But we can do other warm-ups.
Okay.
So, something like this is one that you're going to see a lot in choir classes.
Okay.
I sigh to sing. Because the big point there is that big leap and making sure that you're supporting all the way up. So all the way up through that leap. I sigh to sing.
And what's the word? Sigh?
I sigh to sing.
Okay. I sigh to sing. Okay.
Ironically enough, named because that's pretty much what you're doing. Your breath should come out about as easy as you're sighing.
Okay.
Still supported, but not forced.
Okay.
So just I sigh to sing. And now I'm just going to do it again, go up, and I'm not going to do it with you.
Okay.
So
I sigh to sing. I sigh to sing.
that was my bad. I apologize. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually think again. So, and you kept it up there even though I messed up. That is a very good sign. And then another thing I was doing there, I don't even know if you caught it. I was seeing how high your upper range could go. Because when I was doing the yah-ha-has, you were focusing more on the attack and less on the support. This time around, you were focusing more on the support, and you were getting almost an entire octave higher than you were on the original warm-up.
That's crazy, because I've never comfortably gone that high before, so that was weird.
Exactly.
That was definitely weird.
All of a sudden, just to show you, that is an F 2 octaves above middle C. Look at how high it is on the piano if you want to come take a look.
Yeah.
That's how high you were.
Dang!
And you were supporting it. That was the main reason.
Cool.
Is that you were keeping up your posture and keeping up the support, and all of a sudden you could go up infinitely higher than you ever thought before.
Okay. Cool.
Honestly, after that, can you see how much time it says? So they don't want to go too over.
7:08.
Okay, we can do a few more warm-ups. What would be another good one? Oh, I know. It is a beautiful day, and I love to sing. Something that hopefully is true any day, even if it's not just beautiful. So you can just go right on.
It is a beautiful day, and I love to sing. It is a beautiful day, and I love to sing. It is a beautiful day, and I love to sing. It is a beautiful day, and I love to sing. It is a beautiful day, and I love to sing. It is a beautiful day, and I love to sing. It is a beautiful day, and I love to sing. It is a beautiful day, and I love to sing.
Okay, I think we found the pinnacle of your high range, but I can guarantee you that right there is higher than you ever thought before.
Oh, definitely.
And again, it just all comes down to that support. Because it's easy to sing from here.
Mhm.
Because, that's where we talk from. When we don't support ourselves like a singer when we talk, because we
Right.
would sound ridiculous. You just talk from here, so it's easy to just sing from there too.
Yeah.
And for the middle range, it's not terrible. You're gonna get a good sound. You're not going to hurt yourself. And so that's just what you're gonna do, it's what comes naturally. And so taking that extra step, literally just that single step of support and making sure it's coming from here and not from here, all of a sudden, you're not in a speaker's range, you're in a singer's range.
Yeah, definitely.
And the singer's range naturally is higher than, I mean, heck, even my voice right now, you wouldn't expect me to be blasting out the of the sky that I just did in the Pippin callback.
Right.
And so it's all about the support, all comes from there. And that is already an insane amount of progress just from a warm-up. So with that, and just a bit of a warm-up, the next step would really be understanding music as a concept and not just doing it. So have you ever seen The Sound of Music?
A very long time ago, but yes.
So you remember the Do Re Mi song?
Like doe a deer. Yep.
Do a deer, a female deer.
Yep.
So just for the sake of clearing things up, the solfege in that song, what it is that solfege right there, that is a major scale. Obviously there are a lot of scales, there's major, there's minor, harmonic minor, we only care about the major one right now. Because that's the simple one you're gonna hear 9 times out of 10. And it's just C to C. But the main reason why solfege is useful is because if you learn the solfege scale and you learn the intervals of the solfege scale, you are going to be able to sing in any key at any time, pretty much at sight. It is a very simple tool that makes learning music about 80 steps easier. And so, obviously, how does one learn such a magnificent tool? You start simple. Ever heard of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
I have.
Let's just start here and sing it for me.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Fantastic. So to better understand how solfege works, I'm going to write them all out here. I'm very glad we chose this room now. So if you notice, the one at the beginning and the end are the same, and that's just because once you get here, you just circle back around and do it again, only higher. Because these 8 little words make up an entire major scale, no matter how many times you stack it on top of itself.
Okay.
So you remember the song, do a deer, female deer, re, drop a golden sun, me, a name I call myself, fa, long way to one, run, so, the thread, la, note to follow, so, ti, do. And that song is such a useful tool because it accidentally showcases the entire major scale without the listener even realizing. So that is just what a major scale sounds like right there. Just do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Just like in the song. And so you've already done Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. But to better demonstrate how solfege works, we're going to put it into solfege.
Okay.
And because from there, once you get the relationships between solfege syllables, you can read anything. Music can look as tough as it wants, but it all comes down to these 8 syllables, one way or the other.
Got it.
So, actually I don't need the piano. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on solfege and point to them.
Okay.
So you can understand what I'm going for. So, it's simple. Do, do, so, so, la, la, so. Why don't you repeat that?
Okay. Do, do, so, so, la, la, so.
And then the next part. Fa, fa, mi, mi, re, re, do.
Fa,
straight down the line,
Mhm.
as simple as can be. And then just so, so, fa, fa, mi, re.
So, so, fa, fa, mi, re.
And to be honest, that line repeats itself, so you know that you can do it again. Let's just do this together. So, so, fa, fa, mi, re. And then, again, because the song is so magnificently simple, do, do, so, so, la, so, fa, fa, mi, re, do. Fantastic, I didn't even have to ask you to do it with me. I was going to have you repeat it, but okay, we're jumping steps. And so, what the main point of this is that anytime you hear do to so, whatever key it's in, it's going to sound like the beginning of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Okay, nice.
It can be, we were starting on a C, it can start on an F sharp, twinkle, twinkle.
Okay.
And so you already know that's do to so. Whatever
Okay.
note I'm playing, if I'm playing the beginning of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, it's do to so. Perfect
Okay.
fifth. And so that's what I mean by it's so, how everything comes down to these 8 notes.
Yes.
And so then from there, if you're able to pin down the rest of them, you can figure out what key you're in, your scale, all of that, just from these.
Nice.
So you're already picking up the solfege really fast, and to be honest, I don't think we have to run through that whole thing again. So I'm just going to pick a random pitch.
Okay.
And we're going to sing it on, and you're going to sing it on solfege.
Okay.
Just knowing how relative it is.
Okay.
How about, let's go A flat.
So you want me to just go up the scale? Or go to so?
Just do to so.
Okay. Do, so.
Fantastic.
Hey.
And then from there you could do the entire song. So let's do that again. I'm going to pick another random pitch, only this time you're going to do all of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on solfege, starting on whatever note I pick.
Okay.
I'm just going to stop my hand randomly. How about right there? E flat.
Do, do, so, la, so. Fa, fa, mi, re, do. La, so, fa, fa, mi.
Actually, I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you right there. You're doing good. Sorry, the computer turned off. Let me get it back on. You were doing good.
Okay.
It's just that, and the funny thing is, you got the note right. You just said the wrong syllable.
Did it start at so instead
It goes
of
back
la?
up to so.
Oh, gotcha.
And again, you can remember that from it's the same jump from the beginning.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so remember what I was saying about how anytime it sounds like the beginning, it's going to be do to so.
Right. Okay. Yep.
So that's really what I meant was. But again, you were doing fantastic, and also there was something subtle that I don't even know if you noticed you were doing it. As soon as you started singing, you put your hand here. I don't know. Was that intentional?
I felt like that, like, at the beginning I didn't feel like I was using the breath, so I put my hand on it, on my stomach, because last time I didn't feel it until I put my hand on my stomach. So I kind of put it back just to make sure I was using that support.
And were you feeling it?
Yeah. After I put my hand there and I kind of adjusted for a second, yes.
And I could tell for you were all the way up here. You were sounding very supported. So I could tell that you were supporting yourself, but it was just very funny to see to see you check it, because that's absolutely a good thing to do.
Cool.
Is to double check that you're supporting that.
Okay, awesome.
So let's try one more time.
Okay.
And just remember, the interval both times is the same. It's do to so.
Okay.
So again, starting from here.
Do, do, so,
Fantastic.